Everybody, it is 6 a.m. here on your Friday, and we're glad you're joining us on Good Morning Kentuckiana.
That's right. Grace and Jim here for you as the frigid temperatures still persist into our Friday morning.
Yeah.
Let's bring in meteorologist Matt Breland now. Matt, when's it going to get warm?
We could use a break.
You know what? I know we're all kind of over this freezing pattern, but we're going to have to still deal with it for a little while, you guys. I mean, temperatures may be a degree or two above freezing, but does that really make a difference? I mean, not really. Temperatures right now into the lower 30s. Across Jefferson County over in southern Indiana, we've got the 20s for a handful of us. 22 near Seymour, 27 Madison, 25 Bedford, 29 Elizabethtown, and 30 for you folks near Shepherdsville. Satellite and radar continuing to stay cloudy for us this morning. As we continue going throughout the rest of our morning hours, the cloudy trend will be continuing. Now into the afternoon, we will have the possibility of seeing some filtered sunshine. That means there still will be some of those higher level clouds, but they'll be thin enough to where some of that sunshine could still at least pass through. So that's going to be in our forecast by 12 p.m. Even in southern Indiana and some of our westernmost counties, we could see just a little bit of some patchy sunshine, but as we head past sunset, those clouds are going to build back in our skies with temperatures still remaining into the 20s overnight, and we do have another cloudy start for our Saturday morning. So we're still remaining in this dreary, wintry pattern as we head into the next upcoming hours. Hopping on the school bus soon, still a chilly ride there, 24 with cloudy skies. On your way back, you can expect those temperatures to make their way into the mid-30s with, as I mentioned, some of that filtered sunshine. But still going to be a chilly pattern for us. Temperatures still ranging into the mid-30s today, and as we head into the nighttime hours, we'll see those temperatures return back into the 20s. I'm going to have more weather details, including a look at those snow chances for Sunday night here in just a few short minutes. But here's an update on traffic this morning. As of right now, everything's looking good to go across all of our major interstates and roads into and out of the Louisville downtown. If we have any holdups, we'll let you know. Jim, Grace.
Matt, thank you very much. We're learning new details this morning about a crash in downtown Louisville just hours ago that sent an officer and another person to the hospital. The LMPD got a call about a collision between an officer and another vehicle at the intersection of 2nd and West Market Street just about 3:20 this morning. The LMPD says that an officer was responding to a break-in when he collided with another car at the intersection of 2nd and West Market Street. Both the officer and the driver of that other vehicle went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The LMPD's First Division is investigating this crash.
New this morning, in a razor-thin vote late last night, Louisville Metro Council stopped an amendment that would have prevented law enforcement from wearing masks to conceal their identities while working in Louisville.
The proposal failed just after about 10:30 last night. That's following more than 4 hours of discussion. Gabe Gonzalez is live in studio with us right now. And Gabe, we knew this was going to be a contentious vote going into it.
Hey, good morning, Jim and Grace. In the lead up to the vote, Councilman Anthony Piagentini told us that all the Republicans on Metro Council would oppose this measure, meaning the Democrats needed all 14 of their votes for the motion to pass. In the end, 12 members voted yes, 13 voted no, and 1 voted present. But that opposition came from both sides of the aisle. 6 Republicans, 6 Democrats, and 1 independent voted no. Dozens of people who live in Louisville also showed up to the meeting and shared their disapproval of the proposal. One of the no votes came from Jenny Mulvey Woolridge, District 24. She pointed to LMPD's existing identification policy, saying it already requires officers to be identifiable when appropriate.
It's safety for the officer, safety for the family, and I don't understand why we are singling out one specific profession and not others.
Specifically, our federal immigration and customs enforcement officers, ICE, who, like it or not, are to remove illegal aliens from our country.
Now, we also saw plenty of supporters of the amendment at last night's meeting, holding up signs that said "No masked police, vote yes." They argued that requiring visible identification even during masked operations would increase transparency and rebuild public trust. Only one member, Councilman Marcus Winkler, voted present, choosing not to take an option. Jim, Grace.
All right, Gabe, thank you. Right now, we're learning more from LMPD after officers shot and killed a man in eastern Jefferson County.
The LMPD says that officers got a call about a man pointing a gun at a woman at Red Deer Circle Apartments. The call came in around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Deputy Chief Ryan Bates said several officers confronted that suspect.
In the course of their investigation, officers encountered a man matching that description with a gun and ordered him to drop it. 2 officers fired their weapons, striking the subject.
Bates says officers tried to give the man first aid, but he died at the scene. Our crew spoke to a resident of the apartment complex who saw officers when he came home. He compared this to where he used to live and said that this neighborhood is pretty safe.
And at the end of the day, the officers of this neighborhood do keep it very safe from my aspect, because this is only the second incident that's happened in 2 months, whereas where I come from, it's like 5 in a week.
Now, if you have any information on this case, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. The officers involved in this incident will be identified within the next few days, while body camera footage is set to be released within 10 business days. Happening this morning, the man found guilty of opening fire on the Watterson Expressway, killing 1 person, is going to be sentenced. A jury found Keyshawn Stewart guilty of 5 charges, including murder in a shooting along I-264 in November of 2021. Stewart killed a 37-year-old construction worker, Fred O'Bannon Jr. He was also found guilty of attempted murder of an LMPD officer. He's scheduled to be sentenced this morning at 9:30.
A legal battle between the city of New Albany and state of Indiana has come to an end. Mayor Jeff Gahan says the city and the state's Department of Natural Resources have agreed to remove the Glenwood Park Dam at Silver Creek. It comes a year after a boy became trapped at the dam and drowned. Gahan made an emergency order to add rocks around the dam and get rid of the dangerous current, but Indiana DNR halted the work, citing permitting issues. Now, under the agreement, once water conditions are safe, it will be removed. In an announcement, Mayor Gahan wrote, quote, "Now that this matter is behind us, we can focus on our new addition to Silver Creek that'll improve recreation, fishing, and the ecosystem for decades to come."
Relieved and blessed. Those are just a couple of words coming out of one of the 26 early learning centers. They'll be getting some much needed support beginning next year. Less than 24 hours ago, the city announced a brand new Quality Plus pilot program. The project will provide extra funding to stock classrooms, retain staff, and allow child care centers to better connect with families. Kitty College over in the Russell neighborhood has been supporting low-income families for 13 years. Center director and owner Vermillion Shelton believes year 14 is going to be the best yet.
We'll be able to give the teacher more money because money motivates learning. It's a privilege and it's a blessing from God.
The pilot program will last for 2 years to start, and then at that point, the city will assess whether or not they want to expand this out to more sites. Child care centers will start seeing these benefits rolling in early next year. Meanwhile, 43 Kentucky Chamber of Commerce leaders are pushing for the state's Pre-K for All project. Governor Andy Beshear launched this initiative to provide education for those who can't afford it. Jason Sloan from the Moorhead-Rowan County Chamber says that the lack of child care is one of the biggest barriers to keeping parents, especially women, from working. He says that universal pre-K could unlock tens of thousands of Kentuckians who want to re-enter that workforce. Sam Flynn, the executive director of the Pre-K for All Advisory Committee, says that he wants the General Assembly to pass that policy in 2026.
A new resource for survivors of human trafficking in Kentucky is now open. Refuge for Women provides specialized long-term and emergency housing for up to 8 women at a time. They can stay for as long as 90 days, provided a safe space to recover after escaping human trafficking or exploitation. According to Refuge for Women, more than 100 survivors reached out for help before the doors even opened. Happening today, more blasting on the Watterson Expressway near Brownsboro Road. It's part of the $130 million expansion project on the Watterson in Brownsboro. KYTC says they'll start at 11 this morning. Crews will have to block the road periodically during the blasting, so expect delays. KYTC says it's just a one-day adjustment from the regular 2 p.m. blasting schedule. The highway improvement project is expected to be completed in 2027.
Matt, let's head over to you for another Frigid Friday.
Frigid Friday, a great way to put it, with temperatures barely above freezing as we head into the afternoon hours. Between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., we could be a degree or so above freezing, but that will not last very long, especially as we head into the overnight hours. We're going to continue seeing the 20s popping up throughout the night and a few more clouds. All the details about that forecast coming up here in a few short minutes.